Am I in camera?
Yes, you are. Welcome to Next Timeline, please. You need to scoot over to your left a little bit. A podcast for three guys that don't know what the hell they're doing.
Obvious.
Talk about things that they don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Also obvious.
Brandon is back for the second week in a row. Or Ginger Jesus.
Applause.
I get it, everyone. It looks like he never left the chair to begin with.
Especially since he sits at the very edge of it, so now the chair has a complete and permanent
yeah.
I
forward.
have very bad posture.
It looks like you can't sit in that chair unless you're intent on what's going on in front of you.
I'm always intent.
If you try, I'm not a smart guy, but I'm not as fat as Brandon. And when I sit in his chair, I go.
I'm just trying to be like the guy from South Park.
I think he's making fun of cripples now.
No,
I haven't watched South Park in forever. I don't know, but that looked like
it's the
Stephen
World of
Hawking.
Warcraft episode.
Oh yes.
Oh my gosh.
All I know is I get to sit here and hear Josh's
Hey, experiment.
voice in person.
Oh,
Unlike some people.
you're fucking welcome. I am a fucking pleasure to be around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very pleasurable.
Oh.
By the way, Josh, for trivia today, you're gonna ask Brandon Dragon Ball Z questions.
Who? What?
You're gonna ask Brandon Dragon Ball Z questions for trivia today.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So sync this through as I go into our first topic. By the way, experiment. I could not find a single article on this insane asylum thing you wanted me to talk about.
Did you try Bing?
I've got this though. Experiment. He didn't.
Avoid Bing
He didn't.
like it's the plague.
I can't argue with you.
Enough. You two, school children. I know enough about the topic from my wife writing a paper on it, and then me proofreading it. Because for those of you who don't know, my wife is like a psychologist or some shit, a counselor of some sort. So she's got like a master's degree in that shit. So I'll get into it for just a small little bit, just a tidbit,
Because it feels like you sent me you were given a college assignment and you said, 1 second, hey, you guys should talk about this. Yeah.
She's got voice to text going, and she's ready to hit play so that she can get everything we say about it. Yeah,
she's gonna be like, what's the square root of 762?
69. I don't know.
Anyways, so
The only square root I know is the square root
we're
of
changing
69.
up the theme a little bit. I'm going to talk about the news. Josh is going to talk about the conspiracy stuff that he may or may not actually believe in. And Brandon is going to talk about Brandon things, which is topics that
interest me.
Mostly him and Josh care about.
Yeah, like, where's the best pizza in town? Which Dragon Ball Z character are you most likely to have sex with?
Does his girlfriend exist?
Does his girlfriend actually exist?
Medieval MMA.
Medieval MMA.
Or Boo Hurt.
I like how you went from girlfriend existing to medieval MMA.
If we're going to do medieval MMA and start this trend of sports that don't really exist, then I better see one-legged parkour next week. I want to see it. I want a video.
I will grab a couple videos, send them to James, and I will research it. I'll even bring up women's soccer, basketball, baseball.
First topic, I'm going to lead us off with the Russian-Ukraine war, because I feel it's important.
It is.
Because Russia's getting their shit pushed in.
Oh, that is very important.
Putin's a reptilian. Never mind, we're not on that yet.
Russian lawmakers got arrested. 5 of them got arrested for sending a demand to the National Duma, which is basically the Congress, saying we need to charge Putin with treason and impeach his ass. So now state-level officials are saying we need to get rid of this guy.
I knew that like a lot of the Russians weren't excited for the war. Not excited. That's not the word I'm looking for.
No, they were not excited about the war.
They were
They're
very not
They
excited.
didn't want the war, is what I was trying to say.
Which is what you said. You just said it in a different way.
Yes.
Your grasp on the English language
It's terrible.
is astounding.
Don't let him talk to you that way. He thought retarded was fire resistant. Don't let him talk to you that way.
No.
You know what? We had that whole conversation, and then somebody in the chat right now decided to drop that word in the chat last night.
That was Hal, and she's not in the circle.
Oh yeah, she's not. She had no clue that we went off on that.
Yeah. Anyways, the thing about that is, they're saying that he committed treason by making NATO stronger, because we're now sending all this money in defense over there. Finland and Sweden are joining NATO because Turkey gave them the okay, I believe, as long as they extradited some prisoners.
Yeah, but Turkey had to check with Hungary first.
The army is a paper tiger. They're getting wrecked left and right. They lost Kiev. They started pulling back from Kiev first, saying, "Oh, we're going to focus on the east." Now they're pulling out of the northeast because they said they want to focus on the Donbass region. Now, bro, you're just getting fucking wrecked.
Yeah, that's a dumbass move.
The dumbest bassest move. Russian bloggers are claiming that we already lost the war. Far-right bloggers, and when I say far-right bloggers, it's like generals and former intel people that worked for the military, have contacts in the military. They're already saying we lost. It's just a matter of time when we actually admit it. So they're getting arrested. So when your national state starts cracking down on stupid shit like that, things aren't going well for you.
No, but it doesn't mean that the war is going to be over anytime soon, because the same thing happened to Hitler during World War II, where his own army, his army reserve, somewhat like ours, they took control of the capital, and because there was a assassination attempt on Hitler, just so everybody knows, they tried to bomb him at a meeting. It failed, but the word was that he was dead. Yeah, Valkyrie. The word was that he was dead, and his Army Reserve tried to take over and establish a new government that was going to give up the war.
Oh, I thought you meant he missed his shot.
He did. He's not gonna miss his shot. No Hamilton fans out here. Okay,
So,
fuck you both.
That means he made his second shot then.
Yeah. So it's the same thing going on here. Is that they're trying to? It's a coup, and you know what? The best type of coup is a coup where Putin gets fucked in the ass, because
With a pineapple?
with a pineapple, because there's no army in the world that's ever been like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to murder children by bombing their schools without permission from the top level first. Because when that happens in a civilized army, those people responsible for bombing the school then get hung in the streets. Like, imagine if we were bombing schools in Russia as a retaliation. And, okay, first off, I don't put it past Biden to not remember giving the okay on that. In fact, Biden's only request was that they send back locks of hair in Ziploc bags so that the fresh scent is still in there.
Well, that's actually when we were in Afghanistan. The insurgents would hole up in schools, in churches, and hospitals because they knew we wouldn't target those.
Yeah.
But what they didn't know is we're so good at sending missiles that we can get specific windows.
Yeah. That was the rules of engagement for us, was if you see them in there, you're not allowed to do anything until they're shooting at you.
Oh yeah.
So
They can point guns at you. Like when you're on patrol, they can straight up point weapons at your ass.
And you're not allowed to pull the trigger unless they
Not do a damn thing until they pull that trigger.
Well, they shot me first.
Yeah.
That's the rule.
It's fucking stupid. Like, bro, if they point a gun at you.
Then they have the intent to shoot.
Yep.
Especially if it's them.
But it's also, like I said, Russia is losing forces. Kharkiv.
They lost their car keys?
Yeah, they lost their Kharkiv.
My mic wasn't even on for that.
Russia also lost a major supply hub in Kupiansk.
Poopy pants.
Poopy pants.
They lost a major supply hub in the poopy pants.
In the poopy pants.
They're losing. They're honestly losing a war that they picked against a country that they should have known they were going to lose a war against. They've tried this before, and the civilians were just like, no, shoot us in the head. We don't care. We'll go home and get our guns. Keep playing.
Actually, they did try this before, but they got Crimea out of it.
Oh, I'm not talking about that. The guy that the old Ukrainian president, when he was supposed to be entering into the EU, he was telling the public we're going to be into the EU, and on the same day he was to make the announcement, instead he announced, never mind, we are getting very close to a deal with Putin. And so the civilians who were in this town square of Kyiv, they were in the center. They were in the town square to celebrate. We're like, you know what? Fuck that. We're just not going home. And after like 90 days of fighting in the street with rocks, the dude fled.
Yeah.
And now he's in Russia, and they're like, once we get control, we're going to put him back in power. You're not going to get control, bud. The Ukrainians will fight to the last 9-month-old baby with an AK in its hand.
Funny enough, that mentality is why we dropped the atomic bombs on Japan.
Yeah, because they'll fight.
Willing to keep going.
Oh yeah, we knew that we would lose us. I believe
we were going to lose
1 million soldiers.
Yeah,
but I don't know if that was just for us or both sides.
It was us. They thought that the invasion would cost up to it wasn't that we would lose 1 million. It was that we would have to put 1 million in, and then you have the risk of losing 1 million.
Yeah.
So it was a whole numbers game, and honestly, it was like Japan was like, "We'll fight to the last guy," and we were like, "Let's see if that's true."
No balls. Hold my beer. Dropped one bomb. We're like,
We dropped Brandon's nickname.
Fuck you, Honda.
We dropped Brandon's nickname on him. Hey, fat boy.
Well, that was the last time they seen a fat man.
And his penis nickname, Little Man. Little boy.
Should we drop the big one or the small one? Does it matter? We're going to drop them both. What are you talking about?
Give him a little taste of both. Find out.
There's a whole town in Japan that's just like, thank God the weather was bad.
God, it's so cold up here. Now it's so hot.
It's strikingly warm now.
Speaking of losing American lives, though. That fucking speech that Biden gave about the MAGA supporters has sent quite the response by everybody around. None of the independents like him. We talked about this last week a little bit. But
Yo.
What?
Yo. Question.
What's up?
Where all did you put that we were going live? Did you put it in all the places?
No.
You should put it in all the places. And I'll start us off with the Civil War stuff. Reptilians.
Well, I was thinking...
Just because somebody's missing. Like, there's a normal person missing.
Who is it?
I'd have to get... My Discord's not working. I can't get on.
I already put it on the Discord. But I didn't put it on whoever that person is. There's somebody missing.
Yeah, probably Hal.
Yeah.
But I need to get on Discord so I can go into Dale's server.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, so... And I can't...
She tagged our podcast. That's family. And as Vin Diesel once said, I don't have relatives. I have family. All right, go back to Civil War. I'm sorry.
But he's from Alabama and sleeps with that family. But...
I don't have girlfriends.
Since he made this...
All I have.
That works with the Civil War, too.
I only have cousins. But... Thank you, Experiment. Since he gave that speech, both the left and the right has been talking a lot more about another civil war in the U.S. And not like the civil war that we had back in the 1800s. More like an insurgency where there's multiple groups doing terror attacks to try to get their point across. Like the article I read talked about the Turner Diaries, for the far right and Bible and how it's a playbook for how the far right will do a insurgency and bomb buildings and bullshit. They didn't talk about Antifa or any of the far left fucking sides that do terror attacks, because that would be wrong.
Almost every attempt on an elected official in the past 15 years has been committed by a Democrat.
It's crazy. It's almost as though it's dangerous rhetoric is dangerous.
Literally just a few months ago, they tried to assassinate Brett Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
U.S. Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. Were camped outside his house with guns.
And zip ties.
And yes.
And
Now, the only one is that, is it Gretchen Whitmore? Who was it that the 3 Republicans were like, they weren't going to murder her either. They were just going to kidnap her.
The governor of Michigan.
Isn't that Gretchen Whitmore?
Yes. Which, by the way,
We're just going to kidnap her a little. Yeah, honestly, that's Canadian trash. Like, Canada took its trash out and left it at the curb, and the U.S. just for some reason picked it up.
Yeah.
It must have been a Monday or some shit.
And then took it to Flint, Michigan.
And then Michigan at one point was like, fuck you, Ohio. And we were like, really, guy? We're one of the originals. We're the OGs down here, okay? We were Indian territory first. Don't fuck with us.
We would go last in the week down your ass. But Barbara Walter, a political science professor at University of California, says all the warning signs are there, and it will be will likely be an insurgency, multiple groups fighting and using terror tactics while avoiding the military, because you don't fuck with the U.S. military. So what they'll do is they'll hit lightly defended areas, infrastructure, power plants,
McDonald's,
highways, bridges, McDonald's, because I mean, they're all fat incels like you, Brandon.
Yeah, where are the Donald Trump Republicans going to get their Big Macs if we blow up all the McDonald's?
Believe me, but I really don't like McDonald's that much.
They can hit Arby's. Fuck Arby's. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Who said that?
Fucking experimental. Fuck you. Here, you want this in my buttery smooth voice? Fuck you.
Ooh. She said she would die on that hill. Fucking Bunker Hill.
It's gonna be a hill made out of roast beef. Fucking delicious.
Oh my god, I had so many.
Oh god,
so
stop
many
it, Jake.
jokes there. We're
Stop
just
it.
gonna
Stop it. I'm
gonna leave it alone.
Back to the Civil War. Let me explain something real quick. For the Civil War, one, I'm making a fucking sign, putting it on my front porch. White, black, brown, yellow. I don't give a fuck. I hate you all. Fuck off. Leave my house alone. Shoot that way.
Yeah, that is not a war that I'm fighting in.
I'm
Like,
too
just fuck off. Leave me alone.
And their need to produce exotic ass meat sandwiches, like duck is an exotic meat. Like, people have been eating duck for thousands and thousands of years as a delicacy in China.
Duck is good.
China and Japan. It is. It's
really
oily.
tasty.
Yeah, I was gonna say but that's because it's always deep fried. There's really no other way to cook it. You have to deep fry it to get the taste of goose shit off of it. Sorry, it's true.
All right, experiment.
We have not
Aren't
said a
you?
single word about the Civil War.
But shut up about Arby's. Anyways.
What side of the war do we end up on? I don't think that I would be an insurgent. I think that I would end up being on the side that thinks that they're terrorists and should be dealt with. No matter who's doing it, Republicans, Democrats, I think that we're at a civilized stage in American life where there's better ways to solve the problem. If an insurgency starts, Congress takes a vote, everyone the next year has to be replaced, no matter what. All new representatives. That's a good, easy way to cut the slate, make it clean, everybody's done, no more, and then you put in term limits and age limits. Why are 90-year-old white dudes telling 20-year-old women what to do?
Yeah. Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with the term limits and the age limits. Because right now, like, if you can just put in term limits, because that will kind of limit the age in which theoretically they can be in Congress. Because, yeah, you could run for Congress at 84, but, like, if you only get 2 terms in Congress and you wait until you're 84 to run for Congress, they're going to be like...
Why does the president have term limits but congressmen don't? It doesn't make any sense. congressmen and ladies. Also, the only place it's acceptable for a 90-year-old man to tell a 20-year-old what to do is the Playboy Bunny Mansion. That's the only place. It's the only place.
Even then, it's kind of creepy.
I'm still going to watch it more than I watch that congressional fucking channel.
C-SPAN?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, C-SPAN's fine.
C-SPAN could actually also be the name. You just have to be creative with what you think C stands for.
But, yeah, I agree with you on that. We need to put term limits in. And then people would have to focus more on their legacy versus staying in as long as they possibly can.
Yeah.
Which will really help in a lot of ways. If people are thinking more about the legacy, they're trying to work together more. There'll be more compromises. And there won't be such hardliners that's just talking to get fucking votes.
Yeah, and it's part of the big problem with not having a term limit is it's hard to unseat a elected official because, one, they've got their name out there for four years at a time where everyone knows their name, whereas the new person running, unless they have been holding a different office that they were making a good splash in, nobody knows their name. So, like, if you tomorrow had a billion great ideas, which will never happen, but if he tomorrow had a billion great ideas and then tried to run against an Ohio Republican to take his seat, you're still not going to win. Doesn't matter how many great ideas you have. Because you don't have the money, the resources, your name's not out there, nobody knows who you are.
Yeah, you would need help from you would need help from another established congressman or presidential candidate or an ex-president. Like Trump got a couple of new Republicans in. I think one of them was in Ohio because he still has a rather large power base, which I need to not be a thing. Because I liked his policies, but the man said really stupid things all the time.
On Twitter.
But the elected officials are like 90% of what the whole Civil War is being driven by is, for some reason, Congress has turned into a daytime television show. Yeah, where like everybody has a secret on everybody else, and
Melrose Place.
Yeah,
Days of Our Lives.
A Republican or a Democrat, doesn't matter who says it, but they could say, "I really like Philly cheesesteak sandwiches," and then somehow later that night on CNN or Fox, you're going to be hearing about how cheesesteak sandwiches are causing the fall of democracy because you can't have equality if some people are getting Cheese Whiz and other people are getting good ass cheese,
and other people are getting peppers. And other people aren't.
Plus, you should be able
Inequality, 2 scoops.
Yeah, you should be able to choose whether you want peppers or not, and you should be able to stop from having peppers if you want to. And if you accidentally get peppers, you should be able to go to that person and say, "I don't want peppers, take them off my sandwich." But no, now there's pepper bans. People can't get the peppers taken off because it was their choice to get the peppers in the first place. Subtle abortion drop. You're welcome, all you pepper fucks.
Have you been to that Philadelphia? One of those?
Yeah, like, yeah.
Like, you get like 15 seconds. Like, you're in line for an hour, and you get like 15 seconds once you walk up to that counter to tell them what you want, or your ass is getting sent to the back of the line. Because it's Philly cheese with or without. That's it. That is it. That's all you have to say. So if you don't walk up there saying, like, Philly cheese with, your ass is going to...
And there's no option. It's not with this, with that. Like, it's Philly cheese with, and then they're just like, all right, cheese whiz and onions and peppers. Fuck you. I don't care which one you didn't want. Like, because I've ended up with cheese whiz on my sandwich and been like, I don't know. I wouldn't eat cheese whiz on a cracker, let alone a sandwich. You just ruined steak.
Yeah, but you see, Brandon's family is trash enough to where they will do the cheese whiz straight to the mouth.
I bet you Brandon has put cheese whiz up his nose and snorted it before.
You have, haven't you? He shook his head yes.
What's cheese whiz?
Oh, well, he's
Cheese in a
acting like he
can.
don't know what cheese
It's like
whiz
fucking
is.
Cool Whip in a can, but instead of Cool Whip, it's fucking cheese.
Never heard that.
We've had it in the
Never
house. His
heard
cat's
of
trashy
cheese
enough
whiz.
to like
He's
it.
never heard of
Wait, is that
cheese
shit you
whiz,
put
huh?
on your fucking crackers?
Yes. You fuck. I'm gonna mute him.
You'll
Mute.
mess up everything.
Mute him. Make it end. You know what else could lead to a civil
He's in
war?
timeout.
You know what else? You don't fuck with the audio though, because you know you ain't getting his ass back.
No, I just hit the there's a mute button.
Yeah, synthetic cheese in a can. She's right. It's not even real cheese. You know what though? American cheese isn't real cheese either. It's not.
Most of the cheese we sell in stores is not real cheese.
No, I have to buy my cheese
It's
by the
made
block and
with
slice
real
it.
cheese, but it's not completely real.
I'll go to the deli and get my cheese sliced if I'm buying cheese. I want it off of a block. I want to know that thing sat in an aging room for at least a day or two. I don't want sliced cheese. I don't want it to taste like I'm eating a wax bar from Scentsy.
Yeah.
Oh, put this one in the Scentsy warmer. It's cheese. Cheese whiz. American cheese.
Experiment slice fancy Publix cheese. But I read that as pubic cheese.
Pubic cheese.
Every time I see Publix, I see pubics.
Look at that. We made a whole thing where we were supposed to stay on topic. It doesn't matter, guys. For the audience base, for anyone that watches, we're never staying on topic.
No.
No. In the news, another thing that could lead to a civil war, the Queen is dead.
Okay.
She's in
Are
the
we-
mothership.
Oh, is that going to be your teaser, or are we going to do one of the little side tangents?
Well, we got to do our Dragon Ball Z trivia first.
Yeah, let's do the trivia first.
All right, somebody get the pen and paper. Let me get my trivia questions up.
Ask him really
Should-
fucking hard of
Shouldn't I be unmuted for this?
I unmuted you
Oh, when?
just now.
I didn't see you. I'm not.
Just don't ask questions, Brandon. You just sit there and you look cute. All right?
That's
All
impossible.
right. Today is multiple choice for Brandon because he's not quite as
Intelligent?
as the rest of us. Now, he has his own set of intellect. This man is smart in many different ways. Don't get me wrong.
It's because of ADHD and it's only baseline intelligence.
He's
things.
dumb.
Brandon, that is not how you spell diabetes. ADHD. That's not how you spell it.
I have both.
All right.
Just
Question
one
number 1. During the Saiyan saga, how does Goku reach King Kai's planet?
He runs on Snake Way.
Oh, he got it. Nailed it. Number 1 done.
That was fucking easy as shit. I knew that, and I barely even...
Paid attention?
All right.
Dragon Ball Z is something I'll watch with it up in the background while I'm playing a video game.
What is the names of King Kai's little buddies?
Okay, the monkey's Bubbles.
Oh, he's got one. He ain't getting the second.
No, I'm not. Oh, I was going to say Jimmy D. Cricket.
Gregory.
Alright, now I know that Brandon can't outscore me.
Why does Vegeta allow himself to be possessed by Babidi?
So he can get so he can get more power, so he can go up against Goku. for one
Oh,
last
nailed
fight.
it. Nailed it. So he can fight Goku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why Vegeta does
Anything.
anything.
It's so so Goku doesn't get more powerful.
You
and
just
so
felt bad you gave him a really hard question.
No, I'll give him one then. I'll give him a harder one. I'll give him a harder one.
Softball.
We can take the softball one away. I feel like everyone knew that. You want to take that one away? I'll give you a harder one. At what point do the Z fighters encounter Cybermen?
during the Saiyan saga.
Damn, he's good. He's good. Ah.
They're just tiny cells.
Okay,
They're
okay.
just tiny cells.
How's Krillin able to recover so quickly after being impaled by Frieza in his second form?
Dende,
Damn, he's good. He knows everything.
not Gregory.
What is Trunks' final attack?
You got the Final Flash, you got the Gallic Gun, you got Final Shine Attack,
I'll let him
you got
final
the
shine
Spirit, you got the Spirit Sword.
my forehead.
I want to see a series. We'll do Dragon Ball Z since we're already on the topic. I want to see a series of Dragon Ball Z where Goku Black and Goku, just regular Goku, Frieza. I want to see them take on all the tournament of power, like leveled all the way up people. So pretty much, let's see.
So then you got
Broly. I want to see Broly versus Goku Black.
it. it would be a one-sided fight for Broly.
I don't know, man.
No.
They took over a universe. Not just the planet, the universe, and then they broke through to the next universe.
Yes, but Broly stayed in base form while he was fucking up God Vegeta.
I get that, but Goku Black
was in Rose, which is a counterpart. It's just blue reskinned. It's just blue colored, pink. It's just blue colored pink.
Told you I'd get him to talk.
And he's getting heated too.
He's getting heated.
That's what happens when you get out when you have Asperger's.
What's the fool that was fighting with Goku Black?
What?
What's that fool that was fighting with Goku Black? His partner in crime?
Zamasu or Zamasu?
Zamasu? I love that name, by the way.
Zamasu?
Okay, Zamasu when they've merged with Goku Black versus Broly. Who wins?
Zamasu fused the monster. You won.
Yeah, he wins.
Because
That took
he's immortal.
Zeno to fucking show off and go.
He is immortal.
Gross.
He's immortal, but even after his body was destroyed, he fused with the universe then.
Which still does, if he's immortal, and that's granted by Shenron. Or who? It's not technically Shenron, is it? Because he's the Super Dragon Balls. I don't remember who that was.
We're just going to call him Shenron.
Shenron. He's granted that by Shenron. How is it that they were able to just, bloop, you're gone?
It was because he fused with Goku Black, who was not immortal.
Yes, but
He had a mortal body inside that body. Which then, since they are both Kais, it became a permanent fusion, making that body the true body then.
okay, because when he fuses with the universe, he's just blooped out of existence, and the whole universe is gone. And then when they do the tournament of power, they don't even mention the fact that there was a whole other timeline universe. Like, are all the timelines included?
And how they didn't mention where Trunks and Mai went back to.
Right?
There was no universe for them to go back to.
Like, Whis was like, I'll give you back your universe. How do you have that power? How are you so supremed? And then your dad's like 2 foot tall? Fuck you. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but
Hi, father.
that dad will wreck you.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, the Grand Priest is no one to mess with.
No, strongest in the
So,
world.
speaking of
This
someone
chair's
that's
so
not
uncomfy.
that you shouldn't mess with, reptilians,
Reptilians.
specifically the queen.
The queen is a reptilian. I have proof. Show the video.
Oh, God. Not gonna lie. Kind of mad at you.
What the fuck happened here?
What are you mad at me for? I didn't do anything.
One, is I feel like you had a little secret
Let me
bet
mute
between
the,
you two about getting me to talk.
Yeah, we did.
And two, saying shit about Broly like that.
No.
And reptilian form exploded across the UK.
We can't hear it, but they can.
This bitch is walking around like I just have pink eye, and everyone thinks I'm a reptilian.
Desktop audio's off. Oh well. Play the
World
video.
honored the
There you
non-Agenarian queen and her close ties with the armed forces. However, it was during BBC
She said, "Play the
evening
video."
coverage of the parade that
Play
shape-shifting
the
reptilian
video.
sightings peaked across the country, with the
But-
hashtag
Everyone mute
reptilian
mics.
queen briefly entering Twitter's top 10 trending topics. There were multiple accounts of seeing Queen Elizabeth with green, scaly claws, and one account of seeing her black snake-like eyes with a yellow stripe down the middle, while others claim to have seen the monarch in her full-blown reptilian form. However, as the trending topic began attracting attention, the tweets with the #reptilian queen hashtag and the accounts behind them began to disappear. The hashtag fell out of Twitter's top 10 trending topics and now appears to have been airbrushed from history by the social media platform. A user who wishes to remain anonymous for fear of losing his Twitter profile, a business account with over 20,000 followers, says that he clicked on the hashtag and watched in real time as hundreds of tweets and user accounts got deleted. He saved copies of as many new tweets as he could before they were also deleted. Tweets were lasting 10, maybe 20 seconds at most before getting removed. Twitter was right on it. It was a serious operation, nothing was getting past them. Shape-shifting queen reptilian queen reptile queen Twitter queen lizard. Tweets that were deleted before he could copy them described the queen shape-shifting for a span of maybe 3 seconds and having a sick gray face like a lizard mated with a vulture. Another tweet mentioned scaly protrusions with the Twitter user fearing that people just won't ever believe what she had seen. According to historians, there have been sightings of reptilians around the world at regular intervals throughout history. However, it is widely believed that we are now in a golden age of reptilian sightings. There is a belief that the world is gaining consciousness, waking up, and that the veil is slowly lifting. Experts are saying that more people than ever before have developed the ability to witness shape-shifting. Two people watching the same scene will not necessarily both be able to discern the shape-shifting reptilian. It is said that Queen Elizabeth, a high priestess of the dominant reptilian Illuminati bloodline, is the most commonly sighted shape-shifting reptilian in the world. Twitter have not responded to inquiries about why they removed the tweets and permanently deleted the accounts, or if they were acting under outside orders.
That was an awful video.
Nope, there you go. Proof. She's a reptilian.
Not really proof. It was so bad that somebody left. Experiment says... Experiment. With Avery. Experiment says... So Twitter is owned by the monarchy.
Yes.
And nice, a lizard mated with a vulture. Sexy.
Not just Twitter's owned by the monarchy. Every major network, anything, you've never heard bad news about the Queen. You just don't. And it's because it's not like they have this power that they can make you believe whatever you want, but they have enough pull and money that they can do whatever they want.
You're taking that dumbass Jews control the media conspiracy.
Making it about the monarch? Yeah, and put in the monarch.
Insulting the monarchy.
It's a plug and play, bud. It's a plug and play.
That's the best thing about conspiracies. You just take a tagline, you take one part out,
put the next one. I can take this out and put aliens in. I don't give a fuck. No, tell me. So, at certain points in her life, she has been accused of aiding child molestation, aiding in child abduction, killing her own daughter-in-law, racism, all these things. And guess what? When she died, every news network played some sort of tribute to her life, like she was some grand. The church went on and said that she was the leader, the figurehead of the church, and the Pope was just sitting there like, what?
She is the leader of the Church of England.
No, she shouldn't be. She's a child molesting, child raping, child selling.
It's been that way since
daughter-in-law
Henry VIII.
killing.
You know, the guy that fucking off with her head, like every wife. Well, like 3 of his wives.
All those things kind of get you banned from being in God's castle.
Don't worry. Princess Diana's after her right now.
Yes, she is. She is up in heaven right now. She is like, oh, you want to go through the gate? Here's your car. You just have to go through that tunnel. Leads straight to hell.
Princess Diana going down hell with a one-day pass to find her.
Princess Diana, we cannot assume that she's in heaven, man. She left.
Maybe she knew all that.
She was cheating on her husband with an Arab guy, and then...
Well, that was after he cheated on her several times.
Yeah, but he's, the Prince of England, so...
But
nobody was allowed to hear about that.
Here's some counterpoints. Is she racist? Probably.
Oh, yeah?
She was old as shit in an aristocratic, literally an aristocratic, white family from a monarchy. So, we have to assume just a little racist. At least a little bit.
At least Betty White was closer to completing the battle pass, though.
True. Doesn't excuse it, but, like, you just gotta assume.
She's racist.
Yeah. What was the other points? She killed her daughter-in-law.
Definitely did.
Yeah, I could get behind that.
She wasn't just There was actual like investigations into it, and every one of them got shut down because, like I said, they control everything.
Yeah.
So as soon as somebody was like, "I think she did it,"
You can't halt the monarchy because it delegitimizes.
why? Why is there still a monarchy? Delegitimizes.
Yes, the monarchy.
Why is there a monarchy? Why? What's the point in it in today's society?
Don't know.
They do nothing.
Because England wants to be different.
They have a prime minister,
There's still
and they
a
have
couple
had a prime
monarchies.
minister for over 100 years.
You know, Japan is still technically an empire.
Yeah,
It
but
is
they
a
also
couple
have a
in
prime
Japan.
minister. Nobody gives a fuck when their fucking king dies. Well, they do, but we don't.
Although I would. She's one of the few people that was living on this planet up until last week. That I would actually like to sit down and just hear stories. Like, wouldn't even talk, just let her fucking tell me things. Because of all the history she's lived through. She's lived through World War II. She's met Winston Churchill, who is another person I would love to
I
have
believe
just...
she's older than sliced bread.
She's
No. Sliced bread is...
Betty White was older than sliced bread.
he's right about that. Not slicing of bread, but like mass-produced sliced bread in factories.
I
Bread that
knew
comes
that,
pre-sliced. But that doesn't. I mean, that makes perfect sense because I mean, she was old enough to where she probably drove a Model T. Like she got one of the first ones off
I
the
heard
factory
her
line.
talk for the first time like a couple months ago.
Who?
The Queen.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, she talked. She had lines in. So all of her stuff is pre-scripted, everything. But she had lines in all kinds of things. She spoke at the Olympics when it was
Betty
in.
Experiment. We all missed
No,
Betty.
no, I'm not talking like about that. Like she was cutting cake, and that's how I heard her talk for the first time.
Either way, why are we talking about her? She's a fucking reptilian, man. She's a reptilian.
I, for one, will embrace our alien overlords.
She already did. I don't believe that she always was a reptilian. I think World War II, she was herself. She got sent off just like every other child to go live out in the countryside so that she didn't get bombed and killed during the war. And then she made the famous statements about how the world was going to come back together stronger than, all that good stuff. And then over time, she just became a recluse, and just the way that she behaved and acted didn't seem right. She is a reptilian. She was. I mean, if we're going to go down that rabbit hole where reptilians are in control of, I mean, like you said, Joe Biden's a mole person,
Joe Biden is an old person.
Crab
and they are taking over the world.
people.
Nah, Trump's part of the crab people.
The reptilians
He's already-
are not extraterrestrials.
He's
They're
one
not.
shade from being red.
So true.
They are not extraterrestrials. People get that wrong all the time. Reptilians are not extraterrestrials. They did not come here from another planet. They came here from underground. They've been in a civil war with the mole people for the past 100,000 years. They're well above our technology. And it's not that it's not that there was a mole person or a reptilian living inside her body. She had her DNA spliced with a reptilian.
Experiment wants to know how Biden is a mole person.
How is Biden a mole person? I mean, did
look
you?
at the hate between him and Putin.
Who's a reptilian?
Yeah.
Okay, but no, there's an easy explanation for this. The man spent his entire, and I mean the entire campaign, hiding in a hole in the ground.
Drawers,
Doing what? You just ruined what?
digging through little girl's underwear drawers.
No, that doesn't have to do anything with being a mole person. He lived in a hole in the ground.
Digging through something.
He,
Moles root, don't they?
he was living in a hole in the ground.
They
He-
use their sense of smell to find food. Brandon found it funny.
We're moving on. She's
She
not
asked-
even dead. She's not even dead. She's not even really dead.
She asked Brandon. She doesn't want to hear from me and you. She wants to know from Brandon. Why is Biden a mole person?
Brandon, if you really want to give her a good explanation, lower your tone to right about here. Just try and go with me. Do it like this.
And say,
Like this.
There you
my
go.
voice
Like
is
this.
There
chocolate
you
for
go.
the ears.
Well, I can't have chocolate. I'm the diabetic.
She says, I hate you.
Experimental. I love every inch of you. But you're on my screen, so that's not very big.
I can do something she can't though.
Um,
Josh, hold my hand.
Now kiss.
Okay.
Hey, whoa.
I've been gay before.
Don't.
I ain't
don't.
scared to be gay.
Please
Not
don't.
on camera.
You're not leaving. If you
That one
leave,
girl
what
got
will we do?
banned for only 7 days for having sex on stream. We will be banned indefinitely because
We can pull the gay card.
That's the only card in my deck.
Wait. Did you just come out of the closet to us?
No.
Did he?
I've been in his room. He doesn't have a closet. He was never in. That man's been gay since I've known him.
It's okay, Brandon. We accept
I'm
you.
not gay.
We love you
I'm not gay.
and accept you
I'm
for
not
who
gay.
you
I'm
are.
not gay.
He's not gay. He has an imaginary girlfriend.
Yeah, it's proof that he's not.
I know that everybody wants segments and like us to stay on topic, but how is this not more entertaining?
Anyways,
I wish that all the peoples would show up today.
Continue.
Oh, Joe Biden spent his entire campaign hiding in a hole in the ground and never came out of his basement. That's how he's a mole person. Brandon thinks he's a mole person for what reason again? Thank you. I appreciate your commentary.
I'm getting my little proving she's real set up right now. I want to try to have a call on stream.
Oh no.
Instead of streamer spotlight, fake ex-girlfriend spotlight.
Are we doing streamer spotlight today?
No.
No.
But no.
Been able to set it
Are we
up.
gonna raid somebody like we did last week though?
Yes.
Okay.
But no. You just look at him. He's always getting lost on the lawn of the White House, trying to look for his hole to go back in the ground.
I know I left that thing here somewhere.
Exactly. It's obvious. And plus, Putin is a reptilian. They're always at war with the mole people. Why do you think he liked Trump so much? Trump was a reptilian.
Oh my God, yes he is.
Trump was a crab people.
No,
So,
Trump.
yeah. said it.
Right.
Is he?
The coloration, the orange.
He's really close.
I have a theory about Trump's discoloration. I don't think he spray tans. I think that's what happens if you eat enough Thousand Island dressing. I mean, that man ate 3 to 4 Big Macs a day. That has to have an effect on you. You know how, like, they say if you eat enough carrots, you start to become almost jaundiced? I think that's what happened.
And how else was he supposed to spend $500,000? A small loan.
Yeah, it's a
Speaking
small
of
loan.
weird skin colors, did you hear about that family? It was in the U.S. There's pictures of
The
them.
blue one?
Yeah, the blue
Oh,
family.
yeah, they're all blue.
Isn't that fucking weird?
That is so weird.
Now I did see at shopping at my store someone with that skin
That skin disease?
genetic disease or mutation or whatever.
I think it's a mutation.
I don't know. Why don't we look into it and talk about it next time?
Okay, well, talk about
Boohart or oh my God! So for everyone who wants to know, I think we should go LARPing, and these two won't do it, will they?
I am all game for that.
Okay, this one will do it with me. That one won't. He's my shield.
Oh, dumb.
I'll do it if the people ask.
The people have asked.
You're not people.
I am people. I am person. Hi, person. I'm Joshua. You're not hungry. That's a country. You're
Experiment
Brandon.
says if you don't go LARPing with Joshua, I'm gonna unsubscribe. And if you unsubscribe, you're not gonna ever get any kind of
Monetary is the word you're looking for.
yes. I was thinking of compensation. Compensation.
I'll pay you just to piss James off. You got a Venmo?
Isn't her compensation just like his buttery smooth voice?
Brandon's in on it.
I mean, I got you to call Huntress Mommy Huntress yesterday. Have a mommy kink.
Yeah.
James asked, so that person was just their mouth, and I was like, this got to be a bot. So I went to their page. It is a bot. I'm certain of it because all they keep saying, the only thing they say to us is hi. And so I went to it, and you were like, what's your kink? Did you see the photo? Are you on our Discord? I sent my kink is gnomes. Like, if you ever want to get me naked, get me gnomes. I'll sleep with you for a good gnome. Did you see my dinosaur that I sent you?
Yes, I did.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes, it is. Now, Experiment is fucking frantically trying to Google gnomes.
Go to Amazon, eBay.
Okay, they have to be fake gnomes though, because James is married to a troll, and that doesn't get me excited.
It's Danny DeVito.
Yeah,
Which he plays what is that in Always Sunny that he plays? If you want to get in
The
this
trash
boy's
man.
hole, you gotta pay the troll toll.
I thought you were going for the trash man one.
No,
You need to get her an umbrella.
Day Man. You know that one. Defender of the Night Man. You don't see that episode? Have you not watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
No, not really.
He's missing out. You guys are really missing out. It's like The League, but trashier.
Gnomes scare the piss out of me. I can't lie. But dinosaurs are really nice.
Do they scare you because they're taller than you? So, but we were looking into LARPing because I want to go LARPing because it looks like we might not be going to the Comic-Con until November 1st. So, I want to go LARPing. There's got to be a group of LARPers around
You
here.
just want a whole bunch of freaking nerdy, cute girls to hit on you with elf ears on. That is it. That is your whole goal because you've seen pictures.
Yes.
That is my dream.
Yes.
I will not have you interrupting that dream.
First off,
Bro.
no one's gonna hit on you.
Are we going
Yeah,
LARPing?
with weapons.
Are we going LARPing in France? Because I got a feeling we're going to see the Eiffel Tower. I don't understand how it's still standing. One side is much more supporting than the other.
Alright, getting back to the topic, I don't even remember what it was.
LARPing in Boo Hurt.
No. You already did the Korean thing.
Yeah. We already did Dragon Ball Z. And then Brandon was going to inform us on this newfound sport that we are all super excited
You
about.
need to tell us about AIDS.
I never
Oh,
got
AIDS.
the score on my trivia, actually.
You got all three right.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
You got one
No, I
wrong.
missed Gregory.
Oh, you missed Gregory. So
got
you
2
guys are
points.
tied 2-1. Two with one wrong, yeah. It's a tie game so far. Next week is me. Somebody better come up with some good topics.
Oh, I'm going to.
Oh, yeah.
He's got
I'm going to lose this and be dressed like Uncle Ben with long hair. I'm going to spray paint it gray so that it works, but
Or just buy a wig.
I don't know if I can contain these luscious locks underneath a wig.
Easy. I believe what they do is they get like a little bald cap like thing.
Bro.
And then they put the wig on.
Or you can,
But I was going to go as Jon Snow. I need to win this.
or you can
I want to go as Fat Thor.
shave part of your beard, go as Goku, not Goku, Walter White with the goatee,
I
They
think
have a green T-shirt and Walter Tight
and you just walk around going, "I'm the man that knocks."
I think
Nothing but fucking whitey tighties and a green T-shirt.
I think that if he's going as Fat Thor and I don't lose, I think that I should go as Skinny Thor. And we should stand next to each other for the whole thing. We should all go as the Flash and just walk in a straight line.
Or we can do a,
The Flash won't work.
or we can do like a variation of that Spider-Man meme, where I also dress as Thor with a wig on, and we all go.
I'll go as a Weight Watchers bottle, and then you guys go as before and after.
Speaking of Thor, Chris Hemsworth was the biggest he's ever been in this new movie.
Really?
And he swore and said he's never going to get that big again.
Well, Zac Efron for Baywatch said he'll never be in that good a shape again. And it's like, why would you?
Because they fucking torture themselves to get their body into that shape
Yeah.
in,
Well,
a couple months?
He said that he felt his body had gotten used to it because how many times he had already played Thor in the 3 previous movies, he always stayed in that same shape. This time he wanted to work a little bit harder, so he figured his body could handle it. It about killed him this time.
Yeah, fucking exercise can be real bad for your body if you don't do it
That's his
correctly.
excuse for not exercising. He's
No.
like, I don't want to do it wrong, so.
No, it has to be
If you
small
want-
incremental increases.
If you want, I can go to the gym with you.
Do you want to go to the gym with me? My gym is in my basement. I have a home gym. I have bikes. I have weights. I have balls. I have I have punching
This is
bags.
like-
You see,
things
the
like
last
that.
time
This is the first step of like 3 steps before you guys are married.
The last time I was told to go into a basement, someone tried wearing my skin.
Wow. Yeah, but then they were
I have
like,
a lot of skin to go around.
but then they were like, I didn't order an extra large.
But you had me at balls.
Fucking Brandon's like, what's this walrus doing here?
I work out just enough so that all of this up here is like
Tusk.
toned and
Tusk.
tough,
Look
and
up
then
the movie
everything down
Tusk.
here is flabby and fat.
Don't look up the movie Tusk.
We should watch the movie Teeth, where she has teeth in her vagina,
No.
and then rate it.
Absolutely
We didn't watch a movie and rate it this week, which is something else that we talked about doing.
Yeah.
I think we need to just keep creating content and figure out what gets the most views.
Yep. Now, we got
No.
12:12.
Yeah, I know. We've got 15 minutes.
So tell us about your little AIDS epidemic.
AIDS epidemic. Okay, so for everyone who doesn't know, the vaccine for polio was developed using the kidneys of monkeys. Now, these monkeys were living in the jungles in Africa. The AIDS epidemic began in Africa at the same time, roughly, about 10 years later. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, in scientific world, 10 years is like 5 minutes from now, because that's how slowly things progress. The polio vaccine, they were using these monkeys' kidneys, and everyone in the world knows that we all say that, oh, AIDS started because somebody fucked a monkey. Not true. They were using these monkeys and taking
But somebody
extracted...
did fuck a monkey.
No, maybe, but you would die.
Where did the monkeypox come from?
Hold on, wait. So
But
we
stuff
used
with the
these vaccines, and because they were being produced right there in Africa, the first place we tested them was right there in Africa. But at the time when we did this, I mean, polio, when you think about the technology at the time, we didn't even think to test, is this got other diseases in it before we started giving it to people. And so they have traced back and linked that the towns where the first reported HIV cases happened were the towns where they were giving out the vaccines for the first trials. And so, you know, everyone was at a wonder, like, oh my God, look how many people they saved. But what they should be saying is, oh my God, look how many white people they saved at the cost of African American lives.
And just straight African lives.
It's straight, yeah. And then at the time, the gay community. And then the gay community. They use these. There's a whole research-based project where they went out and they tried to figure out, how did AIDS start, because AIDS was traceable. It's one of the diseases that happened in the modern age where we could actually trace it back to the first reported cases, because cases were being reported to national committees that actually kept track of these things. And they found that these monkeys weren't being tested for disease at the time. And so no matter what we did, at some point, that's how we created AIDS, by solving another problem. Now, was polio destroying the world at the time? Yes. My wife, her grandpa, his brother died from polio. So, I mean, it was a real thing that was killing multiple people, but then AIDS came about, and luckily we've got so much advancement in technology that HIV is no longer a death sentence for everybody. I mean, it used to be. It's not so much anymore.
Do what Magic Johnson did and just inject cash directly into your blood.
Yes, if you have enough money, AIDS is not real. It just is what it is. That man's out there bleeding on people right now for fun. He's bloodletting on top of hookers.
Just like Ohio is not real to experiment somehow. That's kind of weird.
All right. But yes, for those of you who want more information on it, just let me know. I can actually post and make a new thread in Discord where I will start dropping scientific knowledge on everybody. So I'm not I do the conspiracies on here, but when it comes to actual
They said yes. By the way,
advancements.
How's in the chat now?
Oh, what's up? How?
Josh missed you, Hal.
How? But yeah, I'll drop knowledge like this all the time. There are so many things in this world that we, by advancement of scientific knowledge, have found that we are doing worse by solving problems. So, for instance, we just solved the coronavirus. What did we create this time?
Wait.
What is going to be the next thing? What is the next AIDS to polio? The smallpox vaccine was discovered because dairy farmers were not getting smallpox. And they figured that out. Now, that was a good find. Some of them are great. Smallpox was ravaging the world. They realized dairy farmers weren't getting it.
Penicillin was found completely by accident. Dude was making art in fucking little like bacteria cultures.
Now nobody knows the rest of the smallpox vaccine. He ruined me. He ruined it. No, penicillin was found by accident. It's a what is it called?
Like how you talk about.
But penicillin was overused.
Yeah.
Like way overused, and now we had to create synthetic strands of penicillin to be able to use it.
Medication in fucking general. Like, I don't even take aspirin unless my head is hurting so bad that I can't focus.
Talk about monkeypox. We'd have to research monkeypox a little bit more.
We did talk about monkeypox.
Smallpox, though, is amazing that they were just like, hey, dairy farmers aren't getting it. And then they were like, because they already got cowpox. So they were like, now they're immune to cowpox. Whoa, if you're immune to cowpox, you're immune to smallpox. So they start giving people cowpox on purpose. Yeah. I don't know if the camera can catch it. Do you see it, Brandon? Is it there? Can you find it for me?
I see them gangs.
This one right here?
Oh,
Well,
Dude,
that's mine right there. Do you see it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
the
cute,
smallpox
isn't it?
vaccine is
Oh,
terrible
no.
to get.
Trying to save it.
No.
I'm trying to save it.
When they give you a smallpox vaccine, they take this needle and they dip it.
Isn't it like a really big fucking needle too?
No.
It's literally just like a fucking sewing needle, and they dip it in this fucking vaccine, right? And then they take your arm and they go, they
Yeah.
stab you like 18 times.
Okay, that's what I thought.
They
in
fuck
one
your
spot.
shit up. Yeah, they fuck your shit up.
And then, like, it itches so bad, but they're like, if you itch it, it's gonna spread over your body. Don't fucking touch it. So you're just like, I want to.
And you can't sleep in the same bed as your wife. You can't like let your kids be on you. You have to wear a shirt at all times. You have to have a bandage over it if you have your shirt off. It's that easily spread.
It's fucking crazy.
If you have small babies in the house, you can't get it. It's insane. Tell me about.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but that point that you just made about vaccines is why I still haven't gotten the COVID vaccine. I don't plan on getting the COVID vaccine because they made a vaccine from nothing to completely done in record-setting time.
Exactly.
And it makes me go,
Something's up with it.
I got it, but I have a good reason to why I got it.
you had to.
Yeah, I had to. My dad had for those of you who don't know, my dad died in February of small cell lung cancer, and so the entire family got the COVID vaccine so that we wouldn't give it to him. And then what was it? 4 weeks ago, I got COVID.
Now, if my job was to tell me, hey, you got to get it, or if the VA was like, hey, you got to get this, whatever. Like, I'm not dying on that hill. I'll take the vaccine, but I'm not giving my kids it.
No, my children will not receive it. 30 years from now, if it comes back, I'll give it to them.
Now, Kat,
Let's give her that shit.
she can get it.
Let's give her like 6 of those fucking things.
I thought she already
Let's
got
see
it.
what happens.
Oh,
Good.
Elena got it.
No, I could have swore Catherine got it while she had Aiden inside her.
No. Wait, who the fuck is Aiden?
Who's
Why
this
was he
motherfucker that
inside?
was inside his
I
wife?
couldn't help me hallucinating that there's a baby running around.
Boo hurt.
Oh,
Boo hurt.
Medieval MMA.
Nice
I-
transition.
I want to talk about the medieval MMA, and I had recently discovered videos on it. It is incredibly. I can't really say brutal because you don't see like the wounds, but you see the dent in the armor. I was watching a video. Well, I was watching a fight. Dude struck one guy with a sword like 3 times, and all 3 times you see the dent in the head, the shoulder pad he had. And then, again, the same spot in the same head part.
The reason
And
I
then
allowed
dude
this.
just dropped.
The reason I allowed this to be brought up today is because if somebody gifts 5 subscriptions, we will post to the Discord a video where we make armor out of tinfoil and then I beat the shit out of Brandon.
I'm game for this.
He is not allowed to swing back.
I was just showing justice early.
Oh, look at that dent. Oh, shit, that had to hurt. He just punched him straight to the throat with the shield. Oh. Oh. Right in the eye hole. Oh god, these are events we can attend?
Yes! I told this is a literal thing. It's not just in Barnes. I told they have a wiki. They're a federation.
Brandon cannot do the food challenges. He has a medical condition.
He may or may not have diabetes.
We're not letting him take that risk. But I will do it, and then I will just
Although-
work out extra hard that day. It's 3 large
got excited.
burgers, a giant French fry, and milkshakes in, what was it, 30 minutes or an hour? Either way, I'm destroying that shit. What day are we going to George's Lounge? I have the setup for us to go out in public with the Discord, with
It's an
the
hour.
stream.
Yeah, look, you just missed the knockout.
Yeah, she's over here trying to get you to do burgers and me to do drugs. What an ass. Oh, he can. Okay, here's what we do. He'll do the drugs. I'll do the burgers.
Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs.
Do you want to do the drugs and then the burgers? I go through my father's house last night, and I'm trying to clean everything out. And right there on a picture of me graduating basic training is a razor blade, a straw, and what I can only assume is a good time.
That's not baking soda, kids.
That is not. He was not making cakes. I'll tell you that. That's I don't. So here's the thing. Tell me about it, because you went through basic training. Now you went into the Navy, but you went through Army basic training. When they took your photo, were you wearing a PC?
What do you mean?
Were you wearing your patrol cap when they took your photo?
Yeah.
When they took your like official photo?
Yeah, and you were actually... No, that was Navy when we were on our dress. I remember putting on... It was PT clothes, and they just put your top on you.
Yes,
For that
but
photo.
and you were wearing a PC? Because mine looks like it's photoshopped on and crooked. Like, I've always hated that photo. Like, and what's weird is that was the best shape I've ever been in,
They didn't-
and I hate the photo.
They didn't freaking
Do you guys
have someone on standby looking and, like, adjusting your cap?
No, my
Mine
shit is.
did.
If I find it, I'll post it to
Where did you
Discord.
go to
I
boot
promise. Fort Jackson.
Oh, relaxing Jackson.
You say that until you go there. Have
I
fun.
was there.
It's hot. There's no relaxing when it's 114 degrees out.
I went to Fort Leonard Wood. It was 114 degrees out, 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah,
We were in
same.
heat cat 5 every day.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I went to relaxing Jackson as my combat training refresher before I went to Afghanistan. But it was a lot easier because we're all fully trained
Yeah.
military. The drill sergeants didn't yell at us. They're like, hey, come on, guys, get up.
I swear to God, one day it was so hot in Fort Jackson that they told us like we can't train today, but we were already out in the field, so they gave us MREs, and I swear to you that I was dripping sweat so like it was getting into my meal. I had to hold my food away from my chest and eat like this so that it would stop
All
filling
that
into my
does is
meal.
add some fucking salt to it.
I didn't need any more salt. I was already at Heat Cat 5. Remember, I had my electrolytes for the day.
But now fucking one time it was so hot. We just marched back from something. Like we just marched like 5 kilometers, and he's like,
That's
"You got-
2.5 miles for those of you who don't know the
he's like,
kilometers.
you got 5 minutes to go upstairs, shower, change, get back down in full combat gear.
Yeah,
So
it's actually more like 2.3, but
it's a crazy amount of time to get ready though. Anyways, we get down and clearly there's mistakes.
obviously.
And so he said, y'all have to go back up, reset, come back down. You got 2 minutes. And we were on the top floor of a four-story building. So we run up these steps, we reset, come back down. Happened 5 times before he got pissed. And he's like, start doing laps around the building. It was 120 degrees. We were already running. We were hot. We weren't able to really drink. So my drill sergeant almost got fired because a major happened to be walking by and watched somebody with his eyes just fall out. Just faint. And then two other people were about to faint against a tree. Oh my God. He got ripped into in front of us. And then as soon as the major left, Drisson looked at us and said, I can't get you today. I'm going to get you tomorrow.
They always have those really pretty murals in front of the drill sergeant's doors. And this dumb bitch, for some reason, thought that we knew how to paint and allowed us to use paint stripper on hers, which it was really nice. It was like Humvees coming over dunes and shit. There was flags and all kinds of like detail and stuff. We took it all off, and then it was like 3 a.m, and everyone was like, "Does anybody know how to paint?" And I was like, "I do, but you're not gonna like it." And I painted the Walmart smiley face, and then I put a beret on it. And she came walking in that morning. Man, did we get in some fucking trouble? That was rough.
I went to boot camp over my birthday, and they found out it was my birthday.
I believe that was.
They had me in the front lane arrest for what felt like a half hour. Honestly, it was probably maybe a couple minutes. Maybe. If that. But front lane arrest is where you're in the push-up position, but you have to hold it. And at first, you're like, oh, this is easy.
So, like planking.
Yes, but fully extended.
And, yeah.
An actual exercise.
And it's... Planking's hard. Plank for 30 seconds.
Oh, I can't. I'm fat. I can't. My arms can't support my legs.
I think you could probably do it because you could just like take some of the pressure off your arms with that stomach. Just
Don't give
rest
my
on
secrets
it.
out.
Is she calling us? We have 2 minutes left. I thought your girlfriend was calling us.
No,
Yeah.
I've not got a response from her.
Your non-existent girlfriend.
You haven't gotten a response from her? Or the server hasn't rebooted yet.
What's that AI app?
No, what's gonna piss me off.
Command code does not accept it. It's
What's gonna piss
just
me off the most is you're both gonna be gone. He's probably gonna be at work later on today. Then she's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I can call," and I'm gonna be pissed.
yeah, because he's gonna have to speak to her, and she's gonna be like, "Well, hello, Brandon."
You weren't supposed to do it now. Had to go say
Like, hi, James. My name is... Insert name. How are you today? And then I'm like,
You know what would seal the
Brandon's
deal?
penis is small,
I
right?
would pay for
She's
their
like,
wedding.
Size does not matter. Only happiness. Yeah, she's a
that
robot.
hurts my feelings.
I would pay for their wedding if she was funny enough to call in to right now and then act like a robot. I'd pay for the wedding. Okay, I'd pay for the wedding, but I'm not paying for the food. I'm not paying for your I have money. I ain't got that kind of money.
Brandon, Bill Gates couldn't afford the fucking catering at your wedding.
See, that's why I gotta get Bill Gates and Trump involved. That way I can get a small loan of $1 million from Trump. And then ask Bill Gates for a small loan of $1 billion.
Would you let Bill Gates be your daddy? How much money would it take for Bill Gates to be your daddy?
Here's a list of men that I would have sex with.
Experiment says Bill Gates is also a lizard person.
Oh, 100%. That dude got replaced in the 90s.
Had to.
Yeah. He
I don't
got
think
replaced
he
at
was
Windows
ever not
97.
a lizard person.
He's actually not a lizard person. He's a robot.
I am.
No, that's Mark Zuckerberg.
I
Is Mark Zuckerberg your girlfriend?
No, he's dating Tom from MySpace. Okay. Either way, here's a list of dudes I'd fuck.
Oh, there's so many cryptids. Experiment. It is obscene how many cryptids. We could do a whole series just on cryptids.
Yeah.
Anyways, what's the list of men that you would?
If you're a straight male and you don't have a list of men you would have sex with, then let me tell you something. You're gay.
Yeah, you're just not.
All right. Neil
You're not
Patrick
secure on
Harris.
yourself.
Because have you seen his Halloween photos? They're fucking adorable. I want to
Plus,
be in his family.
He can make your stuff bigger.
Exactly.
Magic.
So Neil Patrick Harris,
Add 2 inches.
Henry Cavill, because every man wants to have sex with Superman. Because you can do it while flying.
Okay.
Yep. And Justin Timberlake. But I have stipulations. His wife has to be involved. I just feel like that's the only way I'm ever going to get to have sex with her, so she has to be involved.
Bill Gates. Any rich man, significantly rich man, if I get a stipend.
I was going to say, that's stipend. These are men I'm having sex with for free.
I mean, if we're going down that route, Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds is on my list, yes. It's not fair.
For me, it's Ryan Reynolds and Chris Hemsworth.
It's not fair that he's that good looking. It's not fair.
And he's funny.
He's funny. He's that good looking. And then I don't care what anybody says. Ryan Reynolds married down, and Blake Lively is one of the sexiest women alive, and he's still married down. Like, he's the hot one in that relationship.
I wouldn't say she's one of the sexiest women alive.
She is one of the sexiest women alive because she's hilarious. She's as funny as he is. Look at her tweets. She's as funny as he is. Swear to God.
That's not him. Give me a tweet.
No.
I like reading some of his tweets or commenting on certain people's tweets.
Yeah.
Because someone had photoshopped him and while his friend was sleeping, him just sitting there with his friend. And he commented, just tell the cops it was photoshopped, wink, wink.
He's got, like, he perfectly expressed having a child. He said that he loved his wife and he'd do anything for her. But as soon as he saw his daughter's face, he looked at her and said, I would use you as a human shield to protect this baby. And it's true. I would. Yeah. But then again, a good calzone, I might use my wife as a human shield to protect because I'm not a very nice person.
Everything is below my kids. My kids is above everything. So I'll use this fucking planet as a shield for my children.
I would.
Okay, Goku.
I would burn this world down.
Okay, one, Goku didn't do it for his kids. He put the entire universe in danger just for a good fight.
It's true. Goku's a terrible father.
A fight that he almost lost on 4 different occasions.
Goku's a terrible father.
I would say name all 4 of those occasions, but that would maybe make Josh late for his fucking ritual. Josh has this thing with Browns to where if he doesn't do precisely what he needs to do before that game, and then sits there precisely in the way he's sitting now, wearing the exact clothes he needs to wear, it ruins his whole week.
It does. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, he has a whole setup that he cannot deviate from. I asked him multiple times, hey, come watch the game. No.
I don't watch the game with people. I don't do it. I don't even like when people come to my house to watch the game with me. Not a fan. My
best friend, a brother, doesn't want to spend time with me, except for every day, about 8 o'clock.
Yeah, but when it comes to my brownies, man, I can't do it.
It's just he expects them to lose, even though he doesn't want to say that because it makes him feel like a bad fan. He expects them to lose, so he expects to be in a bad mood. Therefore, he doesn't want to share his bad mood with anybody but his wife after he beats her viciously.
He is...
I knew she flinched whenever you raised her hand and shake my hand. I knew something was up.
She is spot on. No, he is spot on with that.
His wife will...
Oh, my wife would murder me.
Dude, the death glare she gave you when you asked about the Derby.
Yeah, she's not fucking around, man.
Death glare. She was like...
My wife is not fucking around when it comes to me. She has 0 time for my shit.
For a second, I thought she was about to snap at all of us.
She would murder all of us just to get her way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Brittany doesn't do a single thing Brittany does not want to do.
Brittany is a vengeful creature.
I have not... In 12 years of being married, I have not found a way to get her to do something she has no want to do. There's no way to do it. You can take things away from her. She doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't. She will break her own shit just to prove that you're wrong. And if she is wrong, she will admit it, but she'll be like, but I'm still not sorry. And I'll be like, damn. So I win and lose. This is fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. You know the worst thing to tell a woman who just lost a fight? That they were wrong. Oh, yeah.
You see, I have the exact opposite. I write down on the calendar the moments Cat's right.
Dude.
Because it happens so infrequently.
Yes, but you married a mole person, and I married a master's degree holding psychiatry, like, fucking whatever. So, like, She doesn't, even if she's right or wrong, it doesn't fucking matter because she knows the tricks to prove that somehow I'm still wrong. Like the other day, I walked in and I had asked her on Wednesday, can you clean the litter box or else the cat's gonna piss outside the box? I walk in on Friday and there it is, a dirty litter box with cat piss all over the floor. Luckily, I surround my cat litter box with things to absorb those so they can just be washed. But then I tell her about it, and she's still mad at me right now. I'm still wrong. I'm wrong today. Let me express how wrong I am, Like, I'm wrong. I fucked up. I should not have approached you with what you've done wrong, because calling you out on it makes me a bad person. Because I should have just cleaned it up and then said, hey, next Wednesday, can you clean the litter box? Instead, I said, do I live in a house with 2 other adults? Yes, so why am I cleaning up piss off the floor? I'm the last one home. Somebody else should have done this already. It would have been avoided had you cleaned the litter box on Wednesday. And then she goes, oh, I fucking forgot. I must be a terrible person. And I'm like, well, yeah, but it's not because you forgot. You're just a terrible person.
Back on the topic of James writing down on the calendar. I went to the kitchen one day and seen on the calendar written James was wrong. And I looked at it like, Catherine, what the fuck is this? Like, it caught me off guard.
I don't joke about that. I literally write it down on the calendar so I can remember.
Yeah, but your wife's stupid.
That anger fuels me.
But it's also a thing to let Catherine know it's not going to happen again.
It happens like twice.
I gotta go.
Oh yeah.
I gotta go.
You got 23 minutes before.
I gotta go.
All right, everybody. Josh has to go. Oh, by the way, experiment says you were wrong.
Yeah, I think we went over that.
But no, he wasn't.
I'm sorry, but we don't listen to people who don't like Arby's.
Yeah.
Oh, got him. That will do it for this episode. Thanks
she says she has enough roast beef in her life.
Check out our stream. I do solo streams about 7 o'clock. Multiplayer streams about 8 o'clock. Nearly every day of the week, unless I'm closing, which shouldn't be more than a day a week now.
Don't you close tonight?
Yes.
Watch this. This is how much I gotta go.
I'll see you guys next time.
Bye, everyone.